Merry Christmas.
Cha-cha-cha.
Hello, my beautiful tchotchkes, and welcome to another episode of the Cha-Cha Beat. I'm your host, Cha-Cha. Or I guess I would be your hostess. Your hostess, Cha-Cha. Welcome into the chachaverse. It's Saturday, December 21st, the shortest day of the year. Christmas is on Wednesday, so it's the last working day before Christmas week. And everyone's like in Christmas brain, like all people are thinking about is Christmas. I'm looking forward to Christmas because then Christmas will be over. And that's my favorite part of Christmas is when it's over. And we have another 11 months to go. Or I guess these years, it's 10 months because the hoopla starts pretty much like November 1st is essentially Christmas season in our consumerism world that we live. But hey, I'll take 10 months of no Christmas. That's my favorite part about Christmas is when it's over and we get a break from Christmas. This year, I'm pretty much like not participating in Christmas. The first time I ever did Christmas at a house with a Christmas tree and, Christmas Eve and Christmas Day and presents and Christmas breakfast and Christmas dinner and Christmas movies. The first time I ever did any of that was in 2018 when I must have been 32. No, wait for it. 36, something like that. Not 32, more like 36, maybe 37. Sounds right. Growing up, my family celebrated Hanukkah, which is really not like an important holiday. It is not the Jewish holiday of the year by any means. The only reason why Hanukkah is elevated at all is because of Christmas and to like keep up with Christmas. It's relatively minor in the scope of the Jewish faith, but in America, we love Christmas, so if you're Jewish, you don't want to be left out, so you have Hanukkah. And we celebrate Hanukkah every year. My parents collect menorahs, which are the 9-pointed candelabras. They collect them. They have all different ones ranging from handmade, artistic Judaica to like the little clay molds that my sister and I made in elementary school or preschool that they light every year on the same table. It's like 20 something menorahs. So by the time you get to the 8th night, every night you add another candle. By the time you get to the 8th night, they have like a bonfire going, and it's actually quite beautiful. And then in addition to that, of course, on Christmas, we would do like the Jewish Christmas thing, which is, of course, you go to the movies and then out for Chinese food. And you would see all of your Jewish friends at the movies and then out at Chinese food. I moved to California when I was 30 and for the first time was not like surrounded by a built-in Jewish community and didn't really go looking for one. As I grew older on the East Coast in my 20s, started to realize that not only that's Copper Soup, my cat breaking the fourth wall there and trying to escape the room. One day you'll meet Copper Soup. She's adorable. So as I grew up in my 20s and started to discover myself and who am I, what do I want, all of these existential questions that we ask, and then moved to California, I kind of realized that the Jewish faith, the Jewish community, just something about it didn't resonate with me. I just didn't fit in. Maybe that's why I felt the strong desire to leave amongst hating winter and wanting to get as far away from it as possible. within the continental, because obviously I could go farther, but one step at a time. And so when I moved to California, I kind of discovered this new Christmas tradition of having just the most quiet, relaxing, like 2 days by myself, because the world was consumed with Christmas. Everyone was busy with Christmas things. And I felt zero FOMO for that, because Christmas wasn't anything I ever particularly cared for. You know, the Christmas foods, the Christmas music, the Christmas movies, the Christmas vibe was never anything that I like really thought seemed super fun or cool. So I can't say I had any FOMO, and I would just sit and read and relax and just be quiet and still on these dark winter days. And I did that for about 5 years in California by myself. And by the end, I really loved it. And then, as one does, I fell in love. And that man wanted to take me home for Christmas. So I went, of course, because I love Justin and his family and am happy to celebrate with them. However, I always just felt awkward there celebrating Christmas. Like, it just didn't feel authentic. Like, I felt like an imposter of like doing the Christmas things. But I went and we had a lovely time for 3, 4 years. I don't know, who counts. But I did it, it was great, but exhausting and quite a schlep. It's a 6-hour car drive. If you're lucky, the traffic is unpredictable. The sleeping arrangements are not ideal. The Christmas food is challenging for my sensitive Jewish tummy. I was not made for lasagna. I mean, I don't even like lasagna. So it's not as if I'm eating it and it's like totally worth feeling like crap for the next 2 days. I'm kind of eating it because this is what they have every year on Christmas. They eat lasagna and they freaking love it. They get excited about it. They talk about the lasagna all day long. It is a craft of art and love in making the lasagna layer by layer. And by the time it gets to the table, everyone is so excited to eat the lasagna. And so I eat the lasagna for the man that I love. A few years ago, Justin's dad passed away. He had been sick for a little while, so it was not a complete shock. However, it was still quite devastating. He was a very loved and loving man, and his absence was dramatically felt. Did I mention that at these Christmases, it was a intimate group of me, Justin, his brother, his mom, and his dad. After his dad passed, the Christmas following that, I told Justin, you know what? This is your first Christmas without your dad. You, your mom, your brother, you are all grieving. And I think that you will be able to be better there for each other. You will be more present with them. They can be more present with you. You can all be just more together if I'm not there. I am blessed that I had the opportunity to meet Ron Shane. He was definitely a charismatic and charming and very smart, but also very just off his rocker man. And I'm so grateful that I did get to meet him for a couple Christmases before he passed. However, I did only know him briefly for a couple years, and these people had a lifetime with him. So it just didn't totally feel appropriate for me to be there. If we all lived locally and it was a choice of me like just coming over for Christmas and then you would have all this other time with your family, it would be one thing. But because it is far away, it was like an all or nothing deal. So I'm like, you know what? You can just go and be with your family. And so that's what happened. And I just had the most lovely Christmas. I turned the big screen TV to the Yuletide logs and had a little fire going. I read like a whole book. It was really nice. But then the following year, I went back to Christmas and did the whole Christmas thing again for a couple more years. I went back for a couple more Christmases, which brings us to this year. I don't know if you have noticed, but I'm going through some pretty big life changes. I got laid off from my corporate job, and now I'm trying to figure out what comes next. And now that I am a woman of 40, I am a lot wiser to the types of jobs and opportunities that I do want to take. I have had several corporate jobs working for several notable companies that if I mentioned them here, you would know them, but I'm not going to do that because it's not about them. It's about me. Why are you even watching this? So I don't really know what the future holds for me. I feel like I am like a butterfly, or I guess a caterpillar, inside a cocoon, incubating into like the next level of cha-cha. And while that happens, my cocoon kind of encourages me to like put a protective wall around all things that are not cha-cha. And one thing that is definitely not cha-cha is Christmas. Another reason why I don't really like Christmas is because my birthday is in December 10th. And it is annoying that everyone's so busy. The only birthday that matters in December is Jesus's birthday. And maybe if I celebrated Christmas, it wouldn't bother me so much. But it's annoying that everyone is always so busy during Christmas. Justin he's a plumber, and this is his busiest time of year because everyone needs their house fixed up and cleaned up before they have family come for the holidays. So he's pretty much just been working nonstop for the last month. And the fact that my birthday like falls in the middle of that is just not ideal. It is ideal for us like getting in a fight about it every year. The idea of doing Christmas, it's so disorienting to me because, you know, you got to drive all the way out there and then it's 4 days in a cheap but expensive hotel room that it's not comfortable. I'm putting up face to, you know, be polite and energetic for Christmas when really I just don't want to watch this Christmas movie. We have to watch the Christmas movie. And I love that for them. I want Justin's mom to watch her Christmas movies. I do. She loves them. She gets so happy. It's adorable. But I don't want to watch them. And so this year we talked about it, me and Justin. I'm trying to understand. And create the next phase of my life. And in order to do that, I need to just kind of stay at it and every day just be in my space for at least a little while. I'm not saying shutting everything out. I'm not doing anything else. I have other responsibilities, obviously, but celebrating Christmas is so just to my personality. And so I've decided this year I'm just going to spend Christmas alone. I won't be alone the whole time. I do have a waitressing job at a local restaurant. So I'll be working Christmas Eve and then also I think a little bit later in the week. So it's not like I'm in just an isolation chamber. Don't have any family out here. The friends that I do have are busy with their family and Christmas, and there's no super Jewish community, not that I'm looking for it. I guess if I went to the movies, maybe I could pick up a couple Jews to be friends with and we can go get some Chinese food together, but I don't want to do that. There's nothing good in the movie theaters. What is good to see? Oh, people liked Wicked, but that already came out. Everyone's already seen that. So I don't know what people are going to see over Christmas. I haven't been to the movie theater. What was the last? I think Top Gun Maverick was the last movie that I saw in a movie theater, and before that was probably before COVID. And the last movie I saw in a movie theater before COVID was a live action Aladdin, Disney Aladdin, and it was freaking terrible. It was really bad. So that kind of just soured me on going to the movies. Plus, it's very expensive and kind of far away. It's like a 15-minute drive to the movie theater. I know that's not really far away, but that's enough time for me to be do I really feel like continuing to drive? Do I really want to go see this movie? And inevitably turn around, because the answer is no. I don't really want to spend $30 to go see this movie when it will be available on demand in a month, and my home screen is it's not as big as a movie theater, but it is pretty damn big because a man bought it to watch his sports on. Actually, I think he bought it to play video games on. But either way, he was in charge of the TV, and it's really big. How big is it? I think it's 72 inches. That's pretty big. And now it's after 4. It's starting to get dark outside on the Friday before Christmas. Christmas isn't until Wednesday, but it might as well be tomorrow. It's funny that Hanukkah is the 8-day holiday, because I feel like Christmas is really an 8-day holiday too. Y'all just don't admit it. What are you doing for Christmas this year? Do you love Christmas with your family? Do you have Christmas traditions? Do you live for your Christmas lasagna? Let me know in the chat what your favorite part about Christmas is. My favorite part about Christmas is when it's over. Cha, cha, cha.